Morning. Welcome to Angling Motorsports. I'm Craig. Well, I'm out here in a gorgeous part of the country, here in Alabama. Drove up yesterday about 500 miles from where I live in Florida to my property here. And got big plans for this property. We'll see what part of it comes true and what part of it doesn't. I'm working with a surveyor and a timber cutter, and probably going to get rid of some of these trees and thin it out a little bit and make it a little nicer. Probably a little healthier for the environment too, as far as fires and things like that. But this property's been in my family for, well, a long time, probably over 150 years, maybe more. I'm actually standing almost somewhere in the general vicinity of where my grandparents had a house that burned. And there was a chimney here at one time, but that may be part of the rocks over there. We moved most of the rocks off over here in the woods in a pile, and then they moved up the hill here a little bit and built another home. My dad grew up here, and this was farmland at one time. It was a lot of cotton, a lot of corn, things like that. My grandparents worked this land, my dad and his three brothers. There were 6 of them, and when they passed away, my dad got the land, and when he passed away, I ended up with the land. And there's roughly 50-something acres here, 52, something like that. Not a whole lot, but enough to, have a little space to spread your arms, spread your wings, run the old Jeep. I just ran down the hill back here, kind of ruddy, a little challenging, but not too bad. I'm out here by myself, so sometimes you got to be careful. You don't want to get yourself in a situation you can't get out of. But no problems. A beautiful morning here in Alabama. It's about 30 degrees, and I'm getting ready to go meet up with a couple of cousins of mine, and we're going to have some coffee, and it's going to take you down to one of my cousin's house, and behind it is a sign, a really cool old sign that I want to share with you guys. My grandfather, after farming here, and he didn't make a whole lot of money that last year that he farmed. I think he cleared about $13. He decided to go into the insurance business, so he sold Liberty Mutual Insurance for many years here in this part of the country. So come along with me, and hope you guys have a great ride. Today's going to be a lot of fun, and anyway, I'll see you on the other side of this open. All right, here we go. So this is a beautiful piece of property. It's kind of the start, I believe, of the Appalachian Mountains, the early start. Okay, so it's hilly. It's not mountainous by any stretch of the imagination. It's a couple hours, or maybe an hour or so, maybe not that much, as the mountains kind of kick up, and as you go towards Cheehaw, which happens to be the highest point in Alabama, you start to get some really nice mountains up that way. Pulling out here on the dirt road, the only bit of access that I have to my property, and climbing up the hill here. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. So this is the road out of the property, and then here on the hill, actually a really good friend of mine, that's where the new home was built after the fire. So this is a friend of ours that lives up there now. Anyway, they bought that probably 10 years ago from another family member, another part of our family, and it's a really nice place there. And so originally there was probably 140 acres here my grandfather owned until things got split and things like that. But I'm just gonna play a little music and let you see some of the countryside here. as I drive up through the road. Well, here we are, back out here in what I call the old road. A lot of memories down through here, and this old place is special to me, and a lot of things growing up here, man, I could tell stories for hours, and it's just a beautiful part of the country. And so we're out back, basically where one of my family members live, and this used to be the road. You saw the driving shots of the hard road. Well, that's, I guess, the new road. It's been there many years. This is the old road back when my dad was a kid, and they used to walk back and forth to town. They'd come down through here. Now it's just a piece of property, but it's the old road. And I talked about my grandfather who farmed up in this area, and once he finished his farming career, he went into insurance, and he had a sign that set out on the road out in front of his house for many years, basically advertising his filming. He had a sign out there on the road out front of his house. So when people came by, it, you know, said his name and what company he sold insurance for. So that was kind of his advertising. And old signs are big money these days. And this is not really a car sign, but an insurance sign. So let's have a look. This is Liberty National Life Insurance Company. It's got the old Statue of Liberty there. This sign is something else, and you know, we say Anglin Motorsports. Well, O.W. Anglin, A-N-G-L-I-N. So a really cool sign. I mean, it laid in the woods for a long time. My family members dug it out, brought it back here, and it's kind of been sitting here for many years. You can even see where a tree grew through it at one point. But this is a special sign to me. I can remember it's on the road so many years. O.W. Anglin, agent. So now, I guess I'm an agent of Anglin Motorsports. I like that. Agent Craig. At your service, Agent Anglin, let's see. Agent Anglin, Agent Craig. It's really difficult to say, to be honest. Agent Craig. Woo, fun. Anyway, Liberty National Life Insurance Company. You know, I may try and beat my cousin out of this. You know, I don't know if he'd go for it. Probably not. But boy, wouldn't that look nice in the new headquarters one day. I like that idea. maybe he will too. Hey, if he's watching this, this is my plea. Put it up in England Motorsports headquarters for all the world to see. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, there you go. It's something else. It's actually just fun to be around it, to be honest. It's got so much history from my family that you know, I can just imagine when it was brand new, just painted, fresh, and the men who put it up for my grandfather, and he probably stood out by the road and looked at it and was really proud to see that sign. And here it sits, you know, many, many years later. Let's see, that'd have been in the 50s and the 60s, 1950s, 1960s. So we're looking at pushing 70, 75 years, maybe, something like that, ago, that this sign was constructed and made to, you know, advertise. This was the TikTok and YouTube of his day. Yeah. Wow. All right, well, I head to town, or back up to town, and get in surprises. I'll let you guys know along the way what we're going to do. There's a few things that we've come to Alabama to pick up, and I'll give you a shout once I get back in the Jeep and get out of this cold. I mean, actually, it's really a beautiful day here in Alabama. Apparently there's some bad weather coming though. Next couple of days it's supposed to get super windy and also yeah, kind of tornadic, and some rain and a bunch of stuff. We were planning on going back to Florida, but we may get stranded here a day or so and have to hold up, because I don't really want to be driving in bad weather. Yeah, I got to show you something. This is amazing. Look at this pine tree, okay? This pine tree, I have no idea, but look how big it is. Look at the base of this thing, and look how tall it is. He's got them all over this property. This thing, I mean, I don't know if you can tell. I mean, I'm standing against it and it's wider than my shoulders. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. Okay, on to the Jeep. What do you think of that sign? That's pretty awesome, isn't it? Yeah, we just love, you know, holding on to family history on this channel. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, obviously brings back memories for me as being a kid coming up here in the summertime and enjoying being around all the family members and camping out and doing all the fun stuff, and riding motorcycles and going on truck rides and just, you know, good times. That sign, wow, it was fun to find it, and my cousin there has been able to hang on to it and, you know, put it in safe keeping so it doesn't get lost. And man, it's got a lot of history on it. So anyway, we're gonna head over to another family member's house where we've got these two motorcycles, or actually four-wheelers, that I want to pick up. I had bought them for my boys back in oh, I don't know, 8-10 years ago. A couple of the what I call Chinese knockoffs, 125 four-wheelers. There's two of them, and they've been up here in a barn for quite some time, and we're going to load them up on a trailer and drag them back to Florida. I got one of them. I got a younger cousin, and she wants to get a hold of one and have some ripping fun, so I can't wait to bring that to her and probably sell the other one. If I can't find another just taker who might want to just enjoy it. Little work to be done on them. They're going to need a tune-up. One of them needs a little bit of a weld, where my one son thought he was Evel Knievel and jumped a few hills and made it crazy. Oh, here's something fun. We're right here coming into town. Let me show you this bridge. This is crazy. It goes over kind of a train track. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. Pretty awesome. So anyway, we're going to run down there to the barn and see if we can't try to drive and film at the same time. That's a bit of a challenge if you never did it. But yeah, we're going to run down here to the barn and see if we can't dig these things out. There's an old surprise I want to show you. We call her Old Betsy. She's in the way and she's got a hard time moving right now, so we may have to do a little fancy footwork, if you know what I mean, to get her out of the way so we can get these two four-wheelers out. So we'll be there in just a few minutes and we'll get after it. So a quick little stop here at the H&M grocery. This place is special to me in just a weird way. You know, growing up as a kid, we used to come here. It was the Piggly Wiggly. We like to call it the Hoggly Woggly, but anyway, the Piggly Wiggly moved on and sold it to these folks, and I have a family member that works here, and they've been cutting meat for many years. Very special person to me, and we get some time to visit, maybe tonight, do a grill out or something like that. But yeah, this is a special part of town to me. Came here a lot of times. Used to buy a lot of groceries here. Still buy a lot of groceries here when we have family gatherings up here. But yeah, the old WM, and boy, they got some special stuff in here. My one cousin has a restaurant, or did, down in Florida, and he used to have me stop here and buy all their flour, every bit of it. And it was kind of funny to go to a cash register and buy, you know, I don't know, as much flour as you can put in a buggy. It's kind of funny, but anyway, makes good biscuits. Just a quick little stop. Just wanted to say, pretty cool place. Pretty cool place. All right, continue on to get to that barn. Well, made it back over here to my other family member's house, and I got a few things I wanted to show you before we get over to the barn where the four-wheelers are. There's a few things here that are also very special to me, and the first thing I want to show you is along about 1999, my sister, who was 3 years younger than me, graduated from the University of South Florida in Tampa. And I remember the day we were there at the gym, and or not the gym, stadium, whatever it is, indoor stadium, and you know, the big graduation where they walk across the stage, get their diploma, you know, dressed in their gown, cap and gown, and she had finally graduated college, which was a big monumental moment for her and my parents. And my mom and dad surprised her that day with something really cool. It was a 1999 Toyota Solara, brand new, right off the lot, and it had a huge red bow on it. If I could dig up a picture of it and show you, I'll throw it in the video. But it was, I remember her walking out, and we got closer to the vehicle, and her eyes got bigger and bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden she says, "Is that mine? Oh my gosh." And she kind of freaked out. Of course, you know, anybody getting a brand new car, it's always a big deal. Anyway, you know, she used that car a lot, and she ended up working in Vegas, and then she married my brother-in-law. And anyway, after she passed, sadly, in 2009, he got the car, and he's kept it ever since, and he uses it from time to time. It's still a good runner. It's set here in the field, but let me show it to you here. This is her right here behind me. So this is a little dirty at the moment. Could use a little bath, but not bad. Got a little bump and a little, I think they call it a whiskey dent. Probably not done by whiskey. Anyhow, this is a 1999. This Toyota is an SLE V6. It's got the sunroof, power everything, leather everything. This one was made in Canada and obviously imported into the US and sold in Tampa. She loved it. This was her baby, and she took care of it all them many years and drove it all over the place and really enjoyed it. And this car really is still, other than just needing a bath and a little cleanup job, still a good runner. These Toyotas run forever, and this one is especially in, you know, kind of just a preservation mode, just sitting around. Might be a little dirty in the inside, but not too bad. Yeah, a little mold on the door panels and things like that, but not bad at all. Clean right on up. Seats are in great condition. Look at that. I mean, everything is just really, yeah, the seat back there's tore just a little bit. Nothing an upholstery person couldn't put together really quickly. They even got the old Sirius SM thing back before, you know, we had the modern more types of radios. 1999. I can't see. I don't have the key, so I can't really get the mileage. I'd like to see that. Maybe I'll get that for you later. But anyway, yeah, here's the antenna for the Sirius XM right there. So pretty cool vehicle. Maybe we'll get her on the road again for long in one of our upcoming episodes, and have some fun with it. I remember riding in it, and boy did we have some fun. It's a quick vehicle too. It's an automatic. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure which engine's in this one. I could look that up and let you know. A couple other things I want to show you down here that my brother-in-law has. Some really cool stuff. Tell you a quick story while I'm walking down to it. One day we were in there talking, and we're talking four-wheelers and, you know, motorcycles, and he said, yeah, I got a Honda four-wheeler over there. And I said, you do? Let's go ride it. And he said, well, it's been parked about 12 years. I'm like, oh, well, does it run? He goes, oh yeah, it'll crank right up. And I said, nah, come on. Been sitting 12 years, ain't gonna crank right up. He said, oh yeah, it will. I said, well, let's go look at it. So we got over there. It's over on his mother's property, and it had trees growing through it, little spindly trees. I was like, that's not gonna crank. We cut the trees out of the way. Maybe 30 minutes, a little ether, a little this, that, a little loving, fired right up. We rode that thing all back in here, all over the place, had a great time. And after we finished riding it that weekend, we parked it right here. This is it, and you know what? The trees are back. Take a look at that. There it is. A nice, I believe it's a 250 Christmas tree. Honda Uni. I mean, this is exactly how we found it the last time. Yeah, it's the 250. And you know what? This thing, probably with a little love, fire right up and tear out of here again. I think we had to go to O'Reilly's for one little thing. No big deal. Spark plugs, cleaned out the carburetor a little bit. I think we washed out the gas tank, put some gas in it and took off. That's basically it. And man, we had some fun on that joker. It was a good time. And so we got to talking, and he said, you know, I have another motorcycle kind of in the same state. And I was like, well, if we get this thing to run, why don't we give that thing a go? And he goes, well, it's in a little rougher shape. And I'll say, I'm up for the challenge, just go for it. So we did. We went over, and behind the barn, you couldn't even see it. This thing was in the thicket. Okay, it was just buried. It was gone, and I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe, yeah, that one's pretty rough. And anyway, we decided, oh, let's yank it out of there anyway. So we did. And we tried to get her started. We didn't get this one started though. But I tell you what, on this channel, I'm gonna ask him and see if he'll let us do it. I would love to make this thing operational again. It is a classic. It is unbelievable. There's probably not very many left on the planet. I'm sure there's some restored ones somewhere, but this thing would be awesome. Let me show it to you. This is a Honda Elsinore. I think I'm saying that right. Elsinore. And this is her right here. Look at this joker. I mean, now it is all vines growed up over it in every way, shape, and form. Look at that beautiful decal right there. I mean, that is something else. These mufflers, all this stuff is just, you know, been sitting here. Look at them vines growing through there. Brake cables. The fender, not in bad shape, not too bad. Seat obviously is, you know, the weather's got a hold of it in some kind of way. Look at that moss growing right there. And yeah, the gas tank, sadly, doesn't have a cap on her. I'm sure there's rust and water in there. I believe we actually put those spark plugs in there. We worked hard on trying to get this one cranked up. It just wasn't happening that day. The old shifter down there, it's got a little, oh, there's a shifter down there, it's broken. This old girl, look at that electric tape for a handle. His daddy probably did that for him. There's the light switch. There's the gauges are gone off of her. Here's the light housing. All them wires is as brittle as they come. You'd have to get a new wiring harness. Look at these tires. Yep. Neatos NT 102s. 102, that's a little 6 or a 5 there. But you know what? That chrome would come back. No problem. Yeah, it says here, manufactured in Japan by Honda Motor Corporation, 8 of 73. A 1973 Honda Elsinore. Yes, sir. That's a 2-cylinder engine. It ain't kicking over for love or money. The old carburetor and hoses are just as brittle as they can be. But, you know, brake cable even wants to work. Oh, man. When I say cousins, I got a bunch of them. In fact, I rode up here yesterday with an older cousin of mine, and his brother hit me up the other day and said, you know, you ought to talk to your brother-in-law about that Elsinore. That'd be fun on the channel. He's got a good idea. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate the idea. In fact, that cousin, Jeff, he and I used to ride dirt bikes down in Florida. I had a YZ250 and he had a CR250 Honda. And man, we rode every morning and we'd take them back to the garage and we spit shine them. We made them things look brand new. In fact, we found a 1980 YZ250 one time in rough shape. Maybe not in as bad a shape as this Elsinore, but it was in rough shape. But he and I rebuilt it. And we put that thing to the test and it rode like a champ. Boy, it was loud too. You could hear you coming from miles away. And so I might get old Jeff to come give me a hand with this thing. I don't know, Jeff, you up for it? Let me know. I think we'd have a good time building it. So anyway, let's get over to the barn and see what we can do as far as getting these four-wheelers out. We're gonna have to move old Betsy. And oh, there's a really cool tractor over there. Another truck I want to show you, actually two trucks I want to show you that are down in the woods, kind of living out their life a little bit, that are really, really special too. We'll do some walk-arounds on them as we continue to move forward to get these four-wheelers out of the barn and loaded up on the trailer and take them back to Florida here in a couple of days. So anyway, let me get over there and we'll get to getting those out. All right, here we are down at the barn. I want to show you something super special. This is a 1982 CJ5 Jeep Wrangler that is in almost perfect condition. I want you to take a look at this. This is a special little thing I was telling you about. Here we are. I mean, this thing is in great shape. Look at the badging. There you go. Jeep AMC. Trail rated on this side. This just needs a little sticky. It's the CJ5 emblem. That's ready to go back on. Original paint, original graphics, all the way down. Seats have been recovered, but they're in great shape. Little weight reduction right here, but not much. Right there on the graphic, and then look at the floor plans. Perfect. Still from the factory. There's the Jeep emblem right there on the horn. Dash is in perfect shape. I think it says 41,000. It's probably 141,000, somewhere in that area. 734 miles. Got aftermarket knobs. Got a little aftermarket custom diamond plate area down here for all the cuts. There's some rubbers here that are going to be put back on. They haven't been put back on yet. The window, whole frame assembly, that's been replaced. That's a paint job Bo over in LaGrange, Georgia got after it. Boy, he did a good job of paint matching that. And then new windshield with a new rubber grommet. That's always a fun task to do. Here we go. Right here's the Renegade graphic. Look at that. Look at that. There's an old boy in Dallas that redoes Jeeps. He would love this thing. This would be something he'd be after, I guarantee it. He would want this one big time. So coming around here, the front grille, look at that thing. I mean, it looks so cool. Unbelievable. Back on the tires, these are 35s. Got the step bar on it. Let's raise it up, David. There we go. What's nice about these things, you can lean them all the way back to the windshield, and you can really get in here if you have to. So this one is in completely original. This is the AMC straight six. You see, slipped out of my hand. So you can see that. There's a distributor there. Here's the valve cover, filters. Brand new carb on this one, and it's been tuned in, and it rocks and rolls. It sounds great. Everything on here, even look at these graphics. There's the don't stick your finger in the fan picture. And then over here, the Jeep Corporation emissions control information in great shape. Even the original scan bars from the factory on there. All the grommets. That's missing that one. Coming on around the other side, on the passenger side. By the way, these are lockers on the four wheel. You just turn them. On this side of the engine, there's the starter down there. Starter right down there. Then you get your oil filter, distributor cap. There's your new fuel filter's been put on this one. Of course, the alternators there. A little bit of the ignition. There's the solenoid for the ignition. And the battery. The leads are off on it right now, just so we don't trickle charge that down. It's got a aftermarket little fun whippy antenna. And we're on this side of the passenger side. And these seats and all this been put back on. David's done a heck of a job of getting this back together. Oh yeah. Look at that. Bringing that seat forward. The floorboards in this thing, I mean, did you have it painted or put any?
It's a liner.
A liner on it?
Like a bed liner.
Bed liner, yes.
So it's textured, it's not slick.
Right. I mean, but it's got all its bolts where to go. I mean, this thing's not missing anything. Press, press, press. Beautiful. Unbelievable. A little bolt right there needs to be cinched down, looks like, on the front, but that's about it. All right, coming on around. Few scratches, you know, when looks like there was a hard top on here maybe, or you know, a few little things beaten on it over the years, but not really bad. Half doors are off of it right now. Where you got them at? They're probably hiding in here somewhere. But that's it. I mean, just the tumble seat, all the seat belts are in it. I mean, really, at the end of the day, you don't really find one like this. It's very, very, very rare, and it's just basically just hanging out here in old Alabama, just ready to rip and roar again. Now, he's also, one other thing he has done to it, let me get down here where you can see, it's a new gas tank. I don't know if you can tell. Not that part, but this part inside here where my fingers are. That's all brand new. And when you go right over here, right here's the old one. This is what he took out of it. So you can see this is probably about a 15-gallon tank. There was the old sending unit area and the old hoses going back and forth, you know. But really, at the end of the day, this one, I mean, it's been sitting here outside, not even really too bad. It probably could have been restored, maybe, but you know, they're so kind of easy to get on the aftermarket that, you know, why not? Why not put a new one in it instead of like trying to beat yourself up with that? But nonetheless, I mean, unless you just wanted a show car and you was restoring it, you might want to do something with that thing. But now this is a Jeep, and Jeeps aren't meant to be, you know, lipstick perfect, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, now let's go back over here and look at these four-wheelers. So we got these bikes about 10 years ago, gave each one of them to the boys for Christmas. This is Oliver's, the blue one. It's got a front rack, a back rack, and there's Sawyer's, the spider bike, and it was just, these things are get up and go, let me tell you. They're fast, they're fun, they throw a lot of dirt, and they got muffler. And Oliver's had a little bit of a problem down here. We had to take it and readjust the brake, the tire chain, but hey, these things are in good shape. Can't wait to get them home. I think we're just going to load these four-wheelers up, but the four-wheelers we're going to take back to Florida. We got some things we're going to do to that. So here's a little musical interlude going into that, and then we're going to run down into the pasture and look at some really cool stuff. See you then. Now that we got those guys loaded up, another real special item out here. This thing is a 1973, is that correct? 76.
I think somebody will probably correct us.
Well, maybe in the comments, if it ain't a 76, let us know, because, you know, that's what we think. Anyway, this old girl has been on this property for a long time, plowing up, doing fields, doing all sorts of grass cutting and bush hogging and all that. and it kind of had gotten in bad shape, all right? And it, you know, it was in rough shape. A tree fell over on it and smashed the hood, all that stuff. Well, David knew a fella, his name's Bo, and Bo is a artist, okay? Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Look at this joker right here. This thing is in pristine condition. Now, it's a little dirty. I'll lick my finger here. Let me do a little rub down. Look at underneath there. I mean, this thing is in great shape. A Massey Ferguson 135. Everything has been redone. I mean, down to the bolts, okay? Everything has been redone. All the way around this thing. Look at those tires. Yep, I mean, it's a working tractor, so it's been out there.
Back to work.
It's been out there doing it and doing it well. Everything back here has been redone. All the lights completely rebuilt, redone. Every bolt on this thing, every washer, everything, all the gauges, all the way through there. All the stickers were even replaced. The switches, all that was completely restored. All these bits, all the information that you need to know there. The speed range chart over there, all the way around. It was painted inside and out. So it's a diesel engine, and you know me, look at that, the old MF'er. How's that? Beautiful, unbelievable. There's the alternator, ouch, tried to take a light off. There's the coil, the starter, down into the transfer case and all the other bits. We're gonna fire this joker up and see. Now it hadn't cranked in what, 2 weeks? And gonna give it a little gas. It snowed on this guy not too long ago. Let's see. Oh man, look at that. Didn't even hardly miss a beat. I mean, this thing is in great, unbelievable condition. I mean, look at that. Look at that fan just to get it. The muscle. Brand new seat, steering wheel, perfect condition. Let's listen to it one time. Now that's a jewel right there, folks. Unbelievable restore. This thing's probably good for what, another 100 years, David, maybe? Easy. Run forever. I mean, 100 years is probably just a drop in the bucket, really. I mean, brand new tires. It's a brand new tractor, but yet it's a 76 model. At least that's what we think. In the comments, if you think it's a different model, let us know, all you tractor people. But it's a wonderful engine. All right, well, we're gonna head down to the field. We got another special truck down there I wanna show you. Maybe a few other cool items. Hey, come on, let's go. Okay, this next one here, we just looked at the Massey Ferguson, the red tractor. Going on down to look at a few others, and I wanna show you this. A 1969 Econoline truck, Ford truck. Look at this baby. Now this one is special, okay? There's a lot going on here. If you go on YouTube and look up Sleeper Dude, he's got a red one he just got. And they're working on it, and man, it looks good, okay? Trust me, it's shiny. This one's got a few custom parts on it right now. Let's get a little closer. Look at this, custom moss. Look how it's built in here. That's special. Now, of course, we get her back on the road, we'll probably take these features off. But this guy doesn't have any rust anywhere. It is in solid shape. Look at that roof. Drip rails. There's a little bit of cracking, but not nothing. Not even like the 96 Ford. These got drip rails, okay? In the door, it comes with a planetarium. Look at all the plants. And right in here, hope the briars don't get you. There's the engine bay, okay? Look at that. Dashboard's a little riddled up, not too bad. And look at this curved glass right here, folks. Oh no, it's got me. All right, the curved glass. You can't find that anywhere. That would be a very tough item and a very expensive item to get your hands on. All the glass really in this truck, especially nowadays, they don't just sell them at Walmart, okay? All the way down, you can see the paint's flaking off a little bit, but that's metal. That's no Bondo here. This is all metal. Got a little fender bender back there, but no big deal. This thing is in unbelievable condition. And it would take a little bit of effort, but it could get back on the highway and it could be really cool. I mean, look at these hubcaps down here. Unbelievable. Beautiful. Even these tires will probably even take air, which would be great. Look at that. I mean, all up underneath there. A really special vehicle. And Mr. Benny, many years ago, I don't know, 15, 20, I don't know what it was, he went not too far from here and he picked up this, and guess how much? Put it in the comments. It starts with a 3. You can come up with the rest of it, let me know, okay? But a steal is what it is, okay? All right, let's head down to the, he drove us here. Okay, that's right. Probably about a what, 45-mile drive, something like that. And this vehicle's now pushing 56 years old, 57 years old. So 15 years ago, it would have been about 40 years old. So it's all there. And so, yeah, a little tweaking, a little pushing, a little grinding, back on the highway. And this will be a special piece. And what's really nice, you can just leave it like it is. You really don't have to paint it. You know, put a little shine on from Vice Grip Garage on this thing after you get rid of the moss. It would look good. So maybe one day we'll see this thing rolling down the highway again, which would be an awesome situation. We'd love it. All right, so we're gonna head down to the back and got a special truck down there to look at. Here we go. Okay, folks, just walking back here to the back to look at a few other items, and I've stumbled on something else. I knew it was here, I just kind of had forgot. So we saw the Massey Ferguson 135. Look at this. This is special. This is a Massey Ferguson 165. There's the logo, MFer, yes sir. And this one hadn't been restored, but trust me, it's still operational. It just needs a couple of tires slapped on her, and get it going. The starter's out of it right now. There's a flywheel right there. But this old girl, not missing much. Steering wheel's off of it for the moment. We got to pop that back on. A couple of little lights. We got some trees trying to make their way into this ball game, but you know what? No big deal. A little lopper, take them off. A couple tractor tires and a couple of attachments laying out here. Here we go. This is the other side, the engine side, to get it done side. There's your little Wicks oil filter, little PB, you know, have to jump on that. And yes sir, this one right here, wouldn't take her much get back in the game. Own. Iasione Massey Ferguson. Yeah, that's how you decode things when you don't know what they really say. Then you just make up whatever you want it to say. That's how that works. All right, down onto the special truck. So we're down here in the back pasture, and it's something really nice behind me. I mean, it's hiding back there. Can you see it? Right here, right there. Let me walk over there a little bit more. This is super special, okay? 1968 Chevrolet C10 Stepside pickup truck. Folks, this thing is gorgeous. Take a look at this. Unbelievable. Look at this baby. It is
Original baby blue.
It's had a coat of paint on her. There's the original baby blue right there underneath it. Just a little bit of flaking, not too bad. Original everything on here. Everything's here. Look at the step side on this thing. You could ride it like a ride at the fair if you wanted to. I mean, everywhere you look, this thing is in great shape. Not a drop of rust on it. Everywhere. Look at the tailgate. Perfect. Perfect tailgate. The lights, a little bit of cracked light here. That's easy to get aftermarket if you had to put one on there. Look inside this joker. Look at this. Unreal. All the way down. Look at them pedals. Nothing wrong with them. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get out of the light. Yeah, there we go. Hadn't even hardly been wore down yet. 78,083 miles. 78,083. There's 3-speed on the column right back here. That is fun to drive, folks. Interior, perfect. Look at that. Not even wore out where you're getting in and out. Gun racks, everybody had those back in the day. Look at that glove box thing with the drink holders on them. When you went to the movies, that's what you did. Put your drinks over there. I mean, this thing is great. Let's see about what's in the engine. Metal.
It's missing the seat.
Well, it's a Chevrolet. This is a rare model made from Chevrolet. They dropped the H just to kind of tell you he was going to get out there. Whoa, looky here. Man, look at this joker. Yeah, she might be locked up. She'd need a little Mr. Marvel Mystery Oil and a little bit of juice shoved down in the cylinders to break them pistons loose. But, you know, look how simple this was. Brakes, no power steering, a little carburetor, a little two-banger maybe, something like that. Look at these big old wheel wells. I mean, it's just unbelievable time capsule here. Look at that battery thing. It's not even hardly rusted. No rust at all, just a little bit of dirt in there. That's all it is. Just waiting on a battery to be shoved in it. Got all the leads. They ain't even been chewed on by a rat yet. Unbelievable. This thing is just so cool. I mean, you would love it. Okay, let's see what you got over here. Oh yeah. Look at that guy. Look at this guy. All the way down.
People will love this.
Oh my gosh, this is just unbelievable. Look at those tires. They'll hold air. There's a little crack down there, a little dry rot, but not too bad. It's just in such great shape. I can't believe it's just sitting here for the takings. One day it'll be back on the road. Look at that. Unreal. It's even got a payload ready to go somewhere. A little bandsaw and a handsaw and a few other cool things. Yep. Original glass. That little vent window right there. Can't yank on it too much until you
do the air conditioner.
Yeah.
In there.
This is what they call this a 255. Roll your two windows down and do 55 miles an hour. And the air is in great shape. You get plenty of it. Plenty of it. Unbelievable. What a great truck. All right, you know what? We had an audio problem up the hill. We're going to go double check one thing, a couple of things, make sure that they're there. If not, I'll make sure I get them. Last but not least, look at a couple of these look at these old toolboxes and things just living their life out here, doing good. Look at that old stove right there. Ashley. That's special, okay? All right, up the hill we go. All right, as we're stumbling out of the back of the woods.
If you see on the side here that it was a paving crew.
Paving crew, yeah.
And they had all kinds of oil barrels and pumps and all of their.
Yeah. Let's see, if you had to guess, we're probably 95, somewhere in that area, 94, I'm guessing. All right, folks, another real special treat. This is a workhorse right here, folks. Look at this thing. Probably 94, 95, a Super Duty XLT Lariat. Now look at this thing. It's a diesel. We're gonna open the hood up real quick and just take a quick peek. Look at there, that big old diesel engine. Okay, the camera's fighting its way in. There we go. Boy, howdy, it's all, what's that noise? Huh. I thought we had a booger getting after me. All right. Well, she's been sitting here a minute, that's for sure. But she's all here, folks. Everything's here. CP Technologies battery. There's the window washer fluid, the radiator overflow, the brake. Here's the alternator well, no, that's the air condition. There's the alternator, pretty sure. Anyway, look at that. Free as anything. Yep. Story is that it needs glow plugs. These guys down in here. So looked it up. It takes about 8 of them, I believe. Looks like we've had some critters in there. They've been finding a warm place to sleep. There's the blower motor for air conditioning. Breather hose is off of it, so moisture might have got down in there, hope not. But double batteries. Oh, I said CP, I think it's CD Technologies. That's been in here a minute. Sure has. All right, well, that's the power plant of this joker. Unreal, folks. This right here is super cool. And David and I are thinking maybe down the line we'll make a series out of this guy, because all it really needs are probably just some glow plugs and a little bit of, you know, tune-ups here and there. Not a whole lot. And we can get this one back on the road and get this one back into project life, doing some things. Let's have a look inside. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This thing is unreal. It's ready.
It's not ready for Saturday night, but it's ready for work.
Not Saturday night, but hey, Saturday afternoon, without a doubt. All them switches, everything. Check it out, folks. I might get bit by a snake, but even comes with a Motorola telephone. Now, you can call all the way to China with that, trust me. This right here, I mean, I spent thousands of dollars calling places. This one was made in Israel. Unbelievable. Is anything made in Israel anymore but Jesus? Amen. All right, so this thing's ready to rock. Ready to rock right here. Look at this bed.
It's a dually.
The dually. It's got the chicken lights. It's got the yellow lights. The holler I'm coming lights. It's got the, look at that underneath. Frame, not a drop of rust on her. Open road dually. And this bed is a working man's bed. It's got everything on it. Unbelievable.
And it's been here a while. Look at that tree.
Yeah, this tree. Have a look at that, folks.
Look on this side of the ditch. The ditch is going into the tree.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, golly. Right into the tree, folks. I mean, it ain't, you know, and the thing is, it's made well. It's not going anywhere. So when it's ready to be redeployed back into the working environment, and there's plenty of jobs you can do with this thing today. It is ready to go. Look underneath here. Just solid. Solid all the way around. So, you know, in the comments, if you're interested in seeing a series on getting this one back on the road, you know, let us know. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll get after it. Let me make a quick little idea up. Okay, so say we take this thing, okay, this work truck, we get it out from underneath all its home there, and then we take this thing and do the same kind of thing, get hit back up, wheels off the rim over there. It'll take a little bit of doing. Nice flatbed trailer, and then we marry that guy to this guy. I think you're starting to get the idea. And then right down there, past that Jeep, back in that barn, is that 68 Chevrolet Stepside. And we put that on that and pull it with that to Bo. And he makes it all look great again and back for the highway. So let me know down here in the comments if that'd be something you'd like to look at. Okay, we got one other little item here in the barn that I think you guys are going to love. I want you to check this out. This is a 2002 Honda Sabre 1100. I call it the Shadow, okay? And then you're going to see why here in just a second. This bike's in amazing condition. I think it's 13,000-ish miles on it. I mean, this is a bike that's really just broke in kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Now, it's been sitting here probably 6 or 7 years, maybe 8. Let's see. The tag says, oh yeah, the tag says 15, so 10 years. But I know for a fact, David was saying that he's running up and down the road every now and then, you know, kind of keep it from just, you know, sitting forever. But have a look at this thing. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at this paint job, the flames and the orange, saddlebags, seats are in awesome condition, not even remotely, you know, crispy or anything. They're just as soft as they can be. Foot pegs for the rider. There's the old key right there. Click, click, works great. There's your fuel on and off. All the way down. Your shifters, your cruising pegs. It's got even these awesome billet looking pistol grips. Look at the flames inside that barn dust that's living on there. There we go. There's the cool helmet. There it is, 13,934. So it's only about, I don't know, 66 miles away from 14,000. Coming around the front, look at all the chrome on this bike. It's in great condition, not pitted at all, nothing. I mean, it's just a wash job, and this joker will be in brand new status. There's how you lock the key, lock the gas cap on it. Coming around the other side, still looks great. Look at them pipes, straight pipes all the way down. Yes, sir. Now, it hadn't been fired up in a while, so we're not going to mess with that, although it would be nice to hear it. It just hasn't, probably the battery has to be charged, probably needs to have the gas drained out of the tank, you know, to clean it all up. We won't want that to get in there. An oil change, you know, a regular service job would have to go before it fired up. But if somebody could talk David out of this, they'd have a bike, okay? I'm talking, this right here would be fun, big time fun. And if you got yourself a girlfriend, put her on the back and take off down to the beach, woo-wee, or hit some curvy mountain roads. And you don't get any better than that, folks. There it is, the Honda 1100 Sabre, the Shadow. Well, it's the next morning, a big day yesterday looking at everything, and today we're going to load these guys up and head back to Florida. So let me get the Jeep connected up. This is where we'll say goodbye, but there's another video coming soon. Lots of stuff to see here, lots of projects here. Really happy to have a time in Alabama and check out some stuff. So please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and please hit the thumbs up button. It's very important for this new channel, and we really appreciate you stopping by. And to everyone that helps out on this video, I thank you so much. David and my cousin Joey, my cousin Alan, Tim. There's a person I can't even thank yet because I'm not met him. His name is Bo. A lot of cool guys, a lot of cool things. And look, we're having a lot of fun making these videos. So please like, subscribe, leave us a comment, let you know. A lot of cool things to see. All right, let me get this Jeep over here and we'll get going.